this video is going to solve the errors that you encounter when you are changing the layers of your Orion drawing when you have already exported it to Autocad. So this video is going to guide you and direct you in a proper way so that you can be able to solve the problem. So now I'm going to export. I have to click on DSF. That's DSS SF over there, sorry. So I'm going to click on it to open up the file. So this very page has already opened and it's telling me either to group. It's already grouped there. That part shows that it's already grouped. That piece is already ticked as group, but I don't want it to be ticked as group, so I ungrouped it by clicking on that space. You know, guys, see the tick mark there, so it's already out of it. Then before clicking on OK, so as to export the drawing to AutoCAD. This very aspect is very important because I've already opened it before. That's why it's asking me if I should resave again or whatever is written there. I can't actually figure out what was there, so it's telling me to either resave. It's already existing there because I've already opened it, so that's why I said yes or no. So I've already clicked on it, and this is the AutoCAD file of the design. So I'm going to go ahead and click on each of the layers. Every drawing part has its own layers. So that's the axis, those circles and the lines present there is for the axis. So I'm going to click on it to be able to know if the name is called as this, whatever the name is. The layer bar will tell me if it's called as this or no. So whatever the name is, to be able to tell me what actually the name is. So I clicked on it. I just want to escape it out of it so that I can click on another layer. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this very layer. That layer is the beam, so I'll just click on it. Let's assume I don't know what the name of the layer is, so let me stop calling the names. So I'll just go ahead and click on that very layer and then go to the layers bar. So that's where the bar is for the layers. So after clicking on that layer on the AutoCAD, then I'll go ahead and check the bar to know the name of that very layer. So this very layer I've already clicked on and it showed me the name of the layer. This very layer is called the slab test. So you can see it over there on the layers bar. I'm going to go ahead and be clicking on each of the layers to show you their names, so that you can be able to identify. You don't need to learn each of the layers name. You can just, depend on what you are editing, any of the layer that you want to freeze, can go ahead and freeze it. Then just click on it, then it will definitely show you the name of the layer that is present on the layers bar. I'm just clicking on each of them to check their names. I'm going to go ahead and close the AutoCAD file so that I can go back to the Orion software, or you can go ahead and minimize. So it all depends on you, because I don't need it anymore, so that's why I decided to close it up. So I just close it and go to Orion. So this is the Orion software file. So now this is my work on the Orion app software. So the next thing I'm going to do is to repeat the same process again, but now I'm going to go ahead and group it, allow it to be grouped. I'm not going to ungroup it, so it's going to be grouped, and let's see how it's going to affect it. So it's very important that I show you this process so that you understand and know why it is done that way. So I didn't group it now. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. It's on group, it is not on group, so it's grouped now, but I didn't click on the group aspect for it to be on group. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Then this is the AutoCAD file. Now I'm going to repeat the same process by clicking on each of the layer to check the layers, but you can see that nothing is appearing on it. Why? Because I grouped everything before opening the AutoCAD, because the whole system is grouped together. That's why whenever you click on any of the layer, you will not see the name of the layer on the layer bar, but some of them will appear, like the borderline. If you click on it and check, it will appear. I think few of them, maybe borderline has this, but majority of the layers will not appear. So that's why it's very, very important for you to ungroup before you open it, before you click on OK for it to go to the AutoCAD file. So the I'm just trying to click on each of the layers to see if it's appearing on the if the name of the layers, each of the layer is appearing on the layers bar. The thing is, you cannot just, another thing you need to notice, you cannot just click like say up to 4 or more than 1 layers and you want to check for the name. No, it's 1 layer at a time, whether it is grouped or ungrouped. You can see that nothing is showing on the layers bar. So I went ahead to use the same method to ungroup it. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Since I already explained it before, there's no need for me to start explaining again. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel while you are watching this video, please subscribe. The next step is how to turn off any of the layer. You have to go ahead and click on the layer that you want to turn off. Then to show you the name of the layers bar, then the click on the space there, then it will bring out all the layers. Then click on the layer that you want, then click on freeze on it. Then it will bring out this very part showing you. Then the next step is for you to click on OK. Then you've already freezed it, then you no longer see that layer on your work. So that's also another aspect of this whole thing. But this is not a full video on how to edit your Orion job on AutoCAD. It's just a brief, gives an explanation on this aspect of layers, so that when you are trying to get the name of the layer and which of the layer to freeze, it will not the each of the layer that you're clicking on will appear on the layers bar, and you'll be able to edit it without stress. Because if you don't follow this method and just do it based on without ungrouping it, definitely you have issues of identifying the names of the layers, and you also have the issue of you being able to freeze any of the layer. Because if most times if you don't know the name, it will be very difficult for you. But if you know the names of all the layers, you can just go ahead and freeze it. But it actually does not work that way. It's better for you to ungroup it, because if you don't ungroup it and just go ahead, you knowing the names of layers, and you decide to click on it, it will just affect the whole of the system, or it will not affect it. So that's where it's good for you to ungroup it. Ungroup means they are no longer of the same component, they are no longer together. Then if it's group, meaning all the layers are one, so that's why it's very important for you to ungroup it. Then you start working on individual layers based on what you want to edit. This video has provided the solution for this whole system on grouping and ungrouping of your AutoCAD design from Orion. So it's very important for you to know this. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the rest of the design. So let's say, for example, you have a layer that you've already freeze and you've already switched it off, and you want to switch it on, like you want to unfreeze it. You can go ahead back to your layers bar, then you look for, since you know the name, definitely because you've already switch it off, the name of the layer is no longer there, but you know the name. Since you know the name, just go ahead to your layers bar and search for the name. Then you see that that place, it has already been freeze. Then you go ahead and unfreeze it by clicking on that very freeze part. You click on it and it will unfreeze that layer. Then you can go back and definitely you will see the layer appearing the on the job. So that's why you can decide to switch it off or you can decide to switch it on with this very process. So I'm going to go ahead and use my formulas for the rest of the job, use the process for my editing. So that's why it's very important for you to know this very step. It's very essential for you to know it during your editing. Please comment, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up.